So, Vic, before we start, do you have any questions?
No.
That wasn't.
They'll come up during the.
I know, but I'm asking you now. Thank you, Nate. No questions?
No question.
You sure? You positive?
I'm telling you, they're gonna come up during the.
They're going to come up during.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
before
gonna
we
be,
start,
like,
we have to
trying to
say a
get
couple
something.
thank yous. We got Frankie from Micheladas, Antojitos.
I think this is the first time I'm trying this. Guy.
Really?
Yep.
You've never had one before?
It's a Sunday. It's always Sundays.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Frankie. And from our beer, you have the Blind Pig.
By
Nate,
request. By request.
By request
Thank you,
from Nate from San Dimas Liquor. And I got the Bud Light NFL cans because they go good with this. So
It's Eagles, Manolo's team, huh?
I got Eagles. I got Bills for shout out Lars Lewis.
Yeah.
And and some Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Richie Mason's an Eagles fan. Hector from La Puente. Everybody. He poured it in there too. Oh, no.
Well, I said I'm gonna try it.
Hey, cheers to Frankie from Micheladas, Antojitos. Cheers to Nate from San Dimas Liquor. And Vic, cheers to you. This is Tropicana Talks. Coming back right after this.
I have a question.
Blind
Not a
pick.
question.
Look at that. Right away, you got the question. All right, what's the
If
question?
you see me start doing this,
Yeah? Oh, no.
uh,
Are you having a seizure?
you have to. Well, kind of.
Oh. What does that mean?
I
This.
have the shocks in my face and they're starting, so I have to kind
Oh.
of hold my.
So how long are you going to do that? Because you're already doing it. So what do I do? Call 911 now?
No, I just took my medication. So if I start stuttering, take over and stop me.
Ladies and
Don't let
gentlemen,
me start.
let me introduce you to my already. It's already starting. All the what ifs. I remember 30 seconds ago I asked, do you have any questions? And then he said no. And then he said, by the way, I have a question. But your question was not a question.
It was
It was a statement. But he said, I have a question. And then he said, if you see me doing this, make sure to call the authorities. That's not a question, Vic. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Victor Fonseca.
Basilio.
Basilio Fonseca.
Basilio Fonseca. I'm like the third of like 12.
Third of 12, Victor Basilio?
Basilios.
And you're Salvadorian, right? That's why you have that middle name?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mexicans don't do that. You're not Mexican at all?
No.
There's no Mexican in you?
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
Pure 100% Salvadorian.
Yeah.
Where were you
I
born?
was born in
That's not a trick question.
Alhambra.
In where?
It's Alhambra.
In Alhambra, California.
Yeah.
And you went to school down in Alhambra? And,
San Gabriel and Rosemead High School.
oh, you went to Rosemead High School, but even though you're from Alhambra.
San Gabriel. But the hospital, back in the day, there was only like one hospital within.
Okay, well, no, the question was, you were born in, I asked you, were you born in Alhambra? You said yes, and then
Yeah.
you said I went to Rosemead High School, which is nowhere near Alhambra.
Yeah, it is.
Well, not really.
It's like 2 cities over. I was born there. I didn't grow up there.
But why
That's
did
the
you
only
not go-
hospital.
okay.
Like Kaisers are everywhere, right? Right. Back in the day,
Yeah.
there was a hospital like every.
Okay, let me ask you a better question then, which I already asked you, but I'll ask you in a different format. Why did you not go to Alhambra High School?
Because I grew up in San Gabriel. Dude.
Oh, boy.
I
Here we go.
my my whole life I've lived in and out of homes and shit. So I ended up in Rosemead. And
You lived in and out of homes, like homes for like unwanted children, or
I
like,
was an unwanted kid, basically.
or you mean like your parents moved a lot?
I didn't really have parents.
You didn't have parents.
Not really.
Were you raised by wolves? That's why you're in the Wolfpack.
That's why I'm in the Wolfpack. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I'm completely confused now because you grew up in homes. Let's talk about that. What does that mean?
So I grew up I was moving in and out of homes. I moved into my grandma's house, my sister's house, my brother's house.
Okay. Your sister's house.
I moved in not a cul-de-sac. What are those?
a
homes?
boys' home,
No,
a YMCA.
no. What are those? Not a cul-de-sac, but there's a bunch of small homes on a little lot or something. I forget what it's called.
Condominium,
No.
a housing project, a mobile home,
Basically for old people.
a mobile home, a
No.
retirement community.
No. No, but
Should I keep guessing?
keep guessing? Because I can't remember. Anyways,
A tract home.
Anyways, I was living there, and basically
Legoland.
Legoland. I hate Legos.
No?
So stupid.
Okay, let's get back on track. See, okay, listen. Before we go on, I have to explain to you what is called as the Victor Fonseca vortex. Some of you know it as the
But
vortex.
it's not vortex. You get caught up in it and you keep going with it.
Yeah, it's called a vortex because you get sucked in. And let me tell you a little bit how it works. Okay, when you talk to Vic, for instance, I went back because I knew Vic was going to be a guest today, and I went back on a chat that we are all in. And somebody asked, "Hey guys, would you like to play golf on Thursday at 4 p.m.?" And one guy responded, "I'm out for 2 weeks because I have a sprained wrist." Okay, cool, done. Vic decided to chime in about his own experience. He goes, "I had a sprained wrist one time. I got it on a trip to Mexico. And I was on this wet pavement that shouldn't have been wet at this hotel that I shouldn't have been at because I got moved from my hotel because I won these concert tickets. And when I went to the concert tickets, I filled out this piece of paper and I won this getaway. And it just goes down this rabbit hole
Every detail counts.
of every single thing that led up to everything in his life. And we call that the vortex. But to me, it's kind of interesting because I get sucked in. Just like right now. He could have very easily said, I was born in Alhambra and that's the end. But then it's like I went into boys' homes and then I went to these houses that lived on multiple houses on a lot and I don't know what it's called. Can you guess?
But I wouldn't be Victor if...
You're right.
Right?
Anyway, let's go back. So you grew up in, I guess, I don't know, San Gabriel Valley, let's call it. You went to Rosemead High School. And what's so funny?
Because I was about to chime in. My whole family went to Rosemead High School.
Your whole family. But nobody was from Rosemead.
Well, my dad had... My stepbrothers and sisters went to Rosemead.
Your stepdad.
They lived in Rosemead.
So
Not my stepdad, my stepbrothers and sisters. Same dad, different mom. Did you see my socks? Dude, check them out.
The Penguin.
Penguin socks.
Why do they call you the Penguin? Tell them.
Okay, so... And I was going to wear the shoes today. Just for
Here we
you.
go.
I didn't wear the shoes. You know the blue shoes, right?
Yes, I
Okay,
know.
I was
Can
gonna
you explain why they call you the Penguin? They call him the Penguin for those of you that just
Okay,
don't
so
know.
when I won the first chop tournament, and we went to the desert, and then we all went out to dinner, and I got wasted at the house.
Yes, you did.
I was drinking. I asked for Hennessy and horchata.
And horchata.
Yeah.
Let's go back 1 second. So he wins a tournament along with a couple other people, and when
Best
you win
score I ever shot, 82. Sorry.
when you win a tournament, you're invited to go to the finale. This finale was in Palm Springs. So I sent a message to the winners, and I host everybody, and I pay for everything and the Airbnb and everything. Well, that's when you win a tournament. So we go to Palm Springs, and I asked the gentleman, what would you like to drink as a courtesy? And one guy said, any beer is fine. The other guy said, bring a tequila bottle and I'll have some. Victor Fonseca says, I want Hennessy and horchata. It's 111 degrees in Palm Springs. And that was your choice.
You brought the best horchata. It was so good.
I bought the best horchata and Hennessy. The best part about it is you didn't drink too much of the Hennessy and horchata.
I did too.
Not really. You got there and you started drinking these weird beers. You're like
that Carrie's dad showed up and he gave me a couple IPA.
IPA.
Told you I was gonna stutter.
Are you already stuttering?
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you hear me
IPA.
say? Yes.
IPA. It's 3 letters. It's very confusing.
I'm telling you.
Drinks a couple IPAs. He goes out. He starts drinking more. Why don't I just tell the story? Is that okay? So he starts drinking and he's having a good time, and I have nothing against that. You're there. You're celebrating. You won. I have nothing, to say about that. He continues to drink and continues to drink and continues to drink. And I said, guys, at 8 o'clock, we're going to go out to dinner to this Mexican restaurant.
No. You forgot we walked out to the course.
I said that. We walked out. We're playing golf. We're having a good time. We're carrying our bags. Vic's already complaining because it's hot and he's carrying a bag. And he didn't want to play golf, but he was on a golf trip. And all he wants to do is drink. So we're walking and we're drinking and we're playing on a course that we're not supposed to be playing because we're staying at this nice place. It's right on a golf course. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Vic drinks the entire time. We go to dinner. Vic decides, you know what? I've been drinking IPAs all day. Why don't I get a strawberry daiquiri to wash it all down? Well, let me tell you, the strawberry daiquiris at this Mexican restaurant are the size of Vic's head, and they're very, very strong. Vic gets through half of the daiquiri, and I start seeing the eyes literally spinning around in his head, and he goes, I'm going to go dance. Boy, if you call that
the
dancing.
cover band, they're playing ACDC.
Oh, well, the cover band was playing AC/DC, so that really makes Vic want to dance. And
I was trying to burn the alcohol.
He's trying to burn the alcohol
somehow.
while
'Cause I
drinking
felt
more of it.
I felt it.
You felt it coming.
Yeah.
You felt it coming, so you think, I'm going to burn it
I'm
off.
gonna go burn it off.
Yeah, so he's out there burning it off. But as he's walking out to the dance floor and going to go dance, his dance is very peculiar. He dances like a penguin,
Side to side.
side to side. He waddles out there like this.
I was probably this heavy at the time. Right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but he
that's
waddle
pretty
out there like this, and I go, look at Vic. He looks like a penguin. And we're all sitting there eating our food, and that's another thing. You ordered food and didn't eat it. Thank you for that.
I had some of it.
Yeah, and the rest of it ended up
The
on the
rest
parking
came-
lot floor.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's waddling like this out. This is a grown man, almost 50 years old, waddling out there to have a good time, and I have nothing.
I wasn't trying to waddle. I just looked out.
Yeah, that's just because you're a penguin. Penguins don't try to waddle either. It just happens.
It just happens. I got the short
Anyway,
version.
so he waddles out there, and from then on, you've been nicknamed the Penguin
El Pingüino.
because he waddles like a penguin. Now, the story's not really over because he gets to the dance floor, and yeah, he danced for about 6 minutes, and then Vic disappears. And an hour later, we decide, okay, dinner's done, and we've had a good dinner. We've had our dessert. We finished our cocktails. Where's Vic? Where's Vic? Hashtag, where's Vic? We go, well, Vic's got to be somewhere out here. And I do remember that somehow you got keys to my car.
No. I gave you the keys to my car. and
Oh,
then you
that's
drove
right.
us there.
He drove.
But when we got
I
there, you
drove
gave-
his car. Correct. I drove his car. So I said, you know what? I bet you he's at the car. Boy, was he in the car. He was in the car, and so was everything he'd had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner that day. All over the car. And I walk in there, and I see El Pingüino passed out, hating life. It's 112 degrees in this car. Literally. It's dead summer in Palm Springs, the hottest place on the planet. And Vic's in there, passed
Waiting
out,
for you guys.
waiting for us.
Passenger seat, waiting for you guys to come knocking on.
It was quite a scene. So that's why he has penguin socks on. Did you see that vortex coming at you, pal?
Wait, you missed the shoes.
I missed the shoes. Tell him about the
Because
shoes.
I,
Tell him about the
when
shoes.
there was a mess in the parking lot, some of it got on the shoes, and I always send you pictures of my shoes.
He
I was
threw
gonna
up on
wear
his
them today.
shoes, is what he's trying to say.
Not really. It's splattered on it, you know.
Not really. It
Not
just
really.
splattered. I said he threw
I
up on
still
his
wear
shoes.
them. They're great. I
God, do
love
they
them.
still smell?
No, I cleaned them up.
Anyway, Vic Fonseca is a great guy, and he's got stories like this. I mean,
We made it, Mom.
it's a disaster, but it's a good disaster. It's like one of those things that you read about in the newspaper and you go, wow, he's got every story from every place and everywhere, and he loves sharing his stories. And I love hearing the stories because if I have 2 hours to kill, I'll hear about his trip to Mexico or wherever he went last. And you're a big trip. Well, I feel like you're a big trip guy, but you never go anywhere. You do little things. You're always going to beer gardens and concerts of cover bands, and I got nothing against that, but you're not a home guy, right? Like you're ready to go out on the weekends, which is not bad. I'm not slamming that, but you enjoy that, right? You and your
for
wife
sure.
and your
Yep,
kids and
yep.
your friends, you love going out,
Well, my kids are grown now, so now it's mostly me and my wife.
right?
And
And you go to brewery. You love a good brewery.
not so much anymore. Excuse me, not so much anymore because beer made me fat. Although today, it's a great beer. You can't pass on it, Nate. But
So no more
mostly
beer.
Wine.
Wine. You're a wine guy.
Yeah, I'm a wine guy.
What?
We'll go to wine tasting room.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you know about wine? What's your
I know
wine?
nothing. I know it tastes. I know it tastes good.
Are you a white wine or
I started off. Here's another story.
Here we go.
We,
Get ready, Nate. Here comes the story.
So when we,
By the way, we have Nate from San Dimas Liquor here in case we need to look anything up. But you know what? We don't need to look anything up
case I
because
get boring,
Vic
you
knows
guys need to
everything.
interview-
So
talk to
you're
him.
ready to go. Let's hear your story about
Okay,
wine.
so in Pasadena, there's a theater. I forget what it's called, but you go downstairs, 3 levels, great place. Big Dick Dave goes there. Shout out to Big Dick Dave. And so it was, you want to drink wine? And I'm like, I don't want to spend the money, buy a bottle. Me and my wife were watching a movie. So I started drinking wine. There was a Chardonnay. And then I went to the nation tournament, and each drink was like $20.
Okay.
But the wine was free. So I'm like, they didn't have Chardonnay. They had Cabernet.
Okay.
And from Ammunition, I guess.
That's whiskey.
No, they do wine too.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I drank that, came back with 2 big glasses, and I fell in love with that. So I've been drinking that ever since.
You've been drinking Ammunition wine.
No, just Cabernet. Not a Cabernet.
But most importantly, free wine. That's your favorite.
No, it's not free. It's expensive.
What's more expensive, beer or wine?
Beer's cheap. I mean, I used to make beer. It's cheap to make.
Oh, you used to make beer?
I haven't made beer in 8 years.
Oh. Was it good beer?
Oh, yeah.
You did well. Everybody loved it.
I would do it for parties, and I'd put it in pony
Did you ever
cakes.
put a name on it?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Well, I made a few. So I had one with tangerine and orange. I called it Orange You Glad? Orange You Glad? You know,
Next.
instead of an IPA, but Vico. It's my another nickname. Vico Suave.
Yeah, Vico Suave, because you're so
That's
smooth.
another story how that that name came along. But
okay.
I called it Vipa, VIP.
Vipa. Like Vic IPA?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Didn't
then
see
the
that
other,
one coming,
The other
did I?
one was I forget. But in my garage, you came to my party. You see my garage. I have a
You have
cake.
2 garages, don't you?
Yes. One of them has my golf setup,
Yeah.
and then the other one has the party setup. But I have a pony keg in there with 3 taps on it.
In the party setup?
Yeah. So I'd put pony kegs in there, and then
But no longer have the beer in it.
no, if I want, I usually go buy a pony keg at
You buy a pony
brewery
cake
or something.
when you have a party. And speaking of party,
Saison was the other one.
we went to a party at your house, and it was a surprise. It was your 50th birthday.
Yes.
Was that last year?
That was last year.
A year ago.
A year ago. Yeah.
A year ago.
Little over a year ago. August.
He had a 50th birthday party, big surprise party. Everybody was going. Big surprise.
Big surprise.
And we kept it a secret for 2.5 months almost.
Yeah.
We had this big surprise party. It was a 70s party, and everybody went out and got costumes and the whole thing. And we really bought into it. And we get to the house 3 hours early because I don't know why.
Not 3 hours.
Oh, well, you were supposed to get there at 8, and they told us to get there at 5. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 hours.
4, I think.
Nate, when you have a chance, can you look up if it's the party's, Vic's supposed to get there at 8 p.m. and we get there at 5. Can you tell me how many hours that is?
You're supposed to get there at 4, and I think I was.
Oh, we were supposed to get there at 4.
And then came in at 5.
Anyway, long story short, we get to the house 3 hours before the party starts, and Vic's already there. He blew the whole surprise.
That's another long story.
And I go, wait a minute. You're telling me for 3 months we've been planning this big surprise and what's going to happen and the music and the DJs and the taco and Vic's here watching all these people come in? What do you think about that?
You were the first one to greet me, by the way, when I remember.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that you were there. I go, what's this guy doing here?
No, my son was supposed to keep me out of the house. So we left the house at, 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Earlier than that, actually. And then I went to the range.
Okay.
And then I went to Walmart. And then my son likes to hang out at home.
Okay.
Likes to, be in his room. And
Yep.
stuff. So
Got it.
he wanted to hang out with me. And I'm like, something's up.
Oh.
And he wants to do stuff. And so he was supposed to keep me out. And I'm like, okay, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay.
So he blew it. You showed up, and then you see the whole party.
We pull up, and then my wife is cleaning
Oh, no.
the party garage
Yeah.
out. All my wife's a dog trainer, so we have the dog stuff in there. She has it all cleaned up.
In the party garage.
Yeah.
Did you catch that, Nate? In the party garage, that's where she does her dog training.
No. No.
No.
That's sleeps. It's a nice garage.
So you get home and you see everything there, and you go. I mean, did you already know prior to this that something was happening? You had to have.
No, like when my son was acting
Weird.
I kind of had a feeling. And then I got home, she's cleaning. I'm like, fuck. So helped her cleaning. I got all stressed out. Kind of like when I went to the desert. I was stressed out because my work didn't give me time off. If you remember, when I went there, I was
Yes.
all pissed. So that's it.
I could tell how stressed out you were by the amount of strawberry daiquiris that you decided to party
I
with.
just start drinking as soon as I.
He wasn't stressed out at all.
I was the first one there. Started drinking.
Yeah, real stressed out. I mean, all he did was drink and party and dance, but apparently very stressed out.
And then when I got to my home,
yes,
I saw her, and then I started drinking, and then I had my son helping, and that's a whole nother situation. So.
Okay, good. Love it. Anyway, Vic, let's talk about. Let's. I want to know like real like. I've heard these stories, and I know Vic, but I think people want to know like serious Vic. Is there a serious side of Vic? Is there anything that you get like really caught up in that you nerd out in? That's not just a hobby.
There used to be a serious Vic, but when you get to this age, you kind of don't take shit so serious.
So life is just...
Enjoy life.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. I always tell people, like my daughter,
yes.
I said, live your best life. Don't get caught up in shit. Just live your best life.
Does that mean party as much as you can and don't worry about...
If you want to party, make sure you do it safe. And, there's Uber now. There's all kinds of... stuff you can use to get home. If somebody that's driving you's
so don't drink and drive. But what about like long-term stuff? Like I'm gonna just quit my job and travel the world for the next 8 years.
I'm not gonna quit my job because I've been there since I was 19.
And what exactly do you do?
I'm a lechero.
He's a lechero, which means what?
I'm a milkman.
He's a milkman, which means you do what?
I deliver milk to schools. I have a set route: Orange County, Brea, and Walnut.
Do you deliver to any liquor stores?
Our company does, but I do maybe in the summer because the summer schools kind of
close.
Not close. You got like programs and they give you free lunches now and stuff. So we'll do that, but it's way lighter. And then they'll give you extra stuff like it's called the wholesale route. So we'll do liquor stores. Do you take our stuff?
Do you work for Driftwood?
Yeah.
You do. Good company.
You don't take our stuff?
Hell no.
Okay, good story. Driftwood is the milk. Is it straight? Do you only deliver milk?
No. Milk, water, bread, ice cream, and then all the dairy products. Yogurt,
cheese. You deliver all that stuff.
All that stuff.
So you drive up to like a elementary school, and then you're the guy that unloads everything and puts it away and everything.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's why I'm always in pain because I gotta unfold this 6-foot ramp.
Yeah.
And then
how many schools do you deliver to per day?
21.
21 schools.
Yeah.
Every single day.
And I go in at 1 in the morning.
So he goes in at 1 in the morning, and right now it's 6:30. So
I wake up at 11:50 p.m.
11:50 p.m. and it's 6:50 or 6:30 right now.
I'm good though. I took a nice nap. So
you took a nice nap.
I feel like I was a coach again for my kids' little league.
A coach? Oh, because you would have to do that, take a nap, and come home.
Take a nap and then go.
How were you as a coach anyway?
Excellent.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about coaching?
I have a lot of kids come up to me now.
Yeah.
I know nothing, but I have a lot of kids that are grown now, and they come up to me and.
What were you coaching?
Baseball.
Baseball. You're a baseball coach.
Yeah.
Were you the head coach or like a base coach?
At times I was the manager.
Yeah.
At times I was assistant coach.
Assistant coach. Like base coach. And
we won District 19.
You won District 19.
At some point, yeah.
Okay, here's a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Put this in your head.
Okay,
one out.
One out.
You're the third base coach.
I
One
was
out.
the third base coach.
You're the third base coach. One out.
Mm-hmm.
Runner on second base.
Mm-hmm.
Ball hit to third base.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell your runner?
We work on that scenario and have the runner maybe not halfway, but come up and kind of distract third base. And if the runner's, it depends what runner I got on second base.
Right. Why?
The runner's fast because if it's a slow runner, you can't have that runner come to third while they end up throwing it to first.
Okay.
And, say Little League opposed to Pony is completely different. So
right.
Little League, you can't slide head first. There's a lot of rules.
So you would have them go a couple steps off the base, see what happens.
More than that, because they're in the way of maybe throwing the ball back to the second baseman or even the shortstop next to them.
So kind of get off the base, see what happens, and then either get back to the base.
Because usually the shortstop will break to third if the ball's hit that way.
And what if the shortstop doesn't break?
If he doesn't break, then that runner comes up to about where the shortstop is,
Got it.
more or less. It
Okay.
depends.
Hey,
It depends.
that was
who's
a trick
running.
question. You
Depends who's
you
running.
passed. I love it.
I was good. I was good.
Okay, so you did that for how many years?
I'd say 11, 12, something like that. That's when I quit golf. I started golfing when the Tiger Woods boom came out.
Yep.
And then,
Were you a big Tiger guy?
Not huge. My favorite.
He's your favorite.
My favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
I don't
didn't
know any
picture
other
you-
golfer. But,
I didn't picture you as a Tiger guy.
oh, I love that guy. I just love his mentality. Just like
I thought you were a Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality.
Yeah, but you're a Tiger
it's kind
mentality.
of like what he has.
It's kind of the same.
kind of go for that kill, you know.
You're you kill instinct kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell that. So you.
Listen, three-time tournament winner.
Hey, listen, I'm not taking anything against you. Vic has indeed won 3 tournaments in the Tropicana series, and that's hard to do. There's people that haven't won any. There's people that have won 3 or 4, 5, but you've won 3, which is very respectable.
Mhm.
You've been to. Is that 3 finales you've been to? What are the 3 finales? Palm Springs.
So you got Palm Springs.
Vegas.
I shot at 82. Vegas, I shot in San Anita. I had a playoff with Bruce
Where?
and Chino, and I lost.
Oh.
I had a great chip, almost sunk it.
Wait,
and
do
I
you
lost.
consider that a win?
No. I
What are your
lost
3
that.
wins?
I lost that, and then I signed up to Santa Anita on my way home, and I won Santa Anita.
Wow,
Shot
look at
88.
you. So you won Santa Anita. You've won Dos Lagos.
You know why? Because Ed goes, Vegas! And I heard that when Bruce sunk his putt, and it just stuck in my head. And I didn't know Ed at the time. Great guy, though.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
So
Me and
you
Ed always
won
have
Dos
a lot of
Lagos.
heart to
You
hearts.
won Santa Anita. And you won.
Uh,
Oh, boy.
wait, I gotta get started again. Okay, so Dos Lagos, Santa Anita, and
Here we go. Maybe you're only a 2-time.
Green River.
You won Green River?
Yeah, but
Uh-oh.
actually, Zeph won it, but he went home. So next one up was me. I think I shot a 93 or 94.
No. If he won it
He
outright,
didn't do a play. Oh, I tied him.
you tied
I
him.
tied him, and then he had to go home or
Okay.
something like that. I told him
So you won it by that. And where was the finale for that?
that was at Los Coyotes.
Oh,
And
that
then I
was
bought
the
new
money
clubs.
one. That was the money one.
Yeah, and they bought new clubs.
I remember the money one. So the first finale was in Palm Springs. The second finale was in Las Vegas. And
Las Vegas was fun.
the third one we had was a money round where we were playing for $3,000.
It took me
That's a lot of
almost
money.
2 hours to get there. Traffic was crazy.
I like that you remember that. Do
Yeah.
you remember what you shot that day? 1,000.
I didn't know. I shot like a 102, I think.
That's good. But you shoot 102 and you can all. I mean, you
I had
don't.
new clubs. I had just bought
New
clubs.
That's good. You bought
Didn't
new clubs. and
practice
went
with
out there.
them. Didn't know distance on them. Nothing.
Let me ask you something. What is your favorite golf course ever?
I played one in. Okay, so I played in Cabo.
Yep.
It's a tie between Cabo and then in 99.
1999.
1999 when I got married.
Oh boy.
I played in.
You got married in 99?
Yeah.
Okay. You got married in 99
I got
and
married in 99 and played. Our honeymoon was in Hawaii, Waikiki.
all right, let's talk about handicaps.
Wait a
Vic.
second. And then we played. We drove to. We played. My wife rode along, and then I played some Royal Hawaiian roll or something. I forget what it's called.
Royal Hawaiian.
It's Royal something, but they just reopened it in like the back nines in the old volcano. It's pretty nice. Yeah,
Inside the volcano.
like yeah. Some of it. I think that's what they.
Your
told
wife
me.
must have been so excited to go on her honeymoon and
I have
play
a
golf
great
with
wife.
you.
She loved it. A great wife. She loved it.
She loved
pulling
it.
the pin for me. We're taking pictures. It was good. It was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We had a good
Because
time.
a honeymoon to me and playing golf with you are 2 separate entities.
No, it was great. It was great. It was great.
I've played golf with you a few times.
Yeah, it's been a disaster, especially in the in the desert. That was bad. What did I shoot? Like a
So anyway, let's talk
no,
about
Vegas was a disaster. That was the word. 130 and I didn't even finish. Like just pick the fucking ball.
But Palm Springs was pretty bad too.
Well, I was ready to die on hole 14.
I was ready to die on
yeah.
hole 3.
Yeah. But do you remember I had a great bunker shot about 80 yards out? I remember that. 80 yards out. You said, what are you going to use right here? And I said, pitching wedge. You said, good choice. And I hit it right on the green. And then
I remember that,
three-putted.
Vic. I think about that all the time, actually. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. I go, man, that was good.
Yeah. See? That's
Listen,
why you love me.
listen. Let's talk about. So Vic has this. I don't know.
I need
I
more
don't.
beer.
You need another beer,
Yeah.
Nate? Do you
Is
think
there
we can
more
do
of
that?
that? Yeah. Oh, please.
I thought you had to work.
No, we're filming this on Saturday. Don't you
Oh,
know?
that's right. Let's talk about handicaps.
Oh,
Now, for some reason,
yeah.
people have this stigma about you that you're a sandbagger.
Yes.
And a sandbagger means that you are better than your handicap. Now,
Right.
I defend you all the time, Vic. I wholeheartedly believe that you're not a good golfer.
Thank you.
And you are exactly what your handicap is. I've played with this gentleman. And I mean, not for nothing. Your handicap is 23, right? I looked at it today. 23 or 25? 25.3?
It dropped. It dropped. I just played
What is your handicap, Vic?
La Habra.
I just entered it today.
25.
25.3. Now listen,
Cheers.
you're a 25, bro. I don't know what these people have on you. He's a 25.
I think I've gotten down to like 20, 21, something like that.
I guess you have your days when you play well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're putting it on me when we play because, I mean, the guy can't hit a ball 10 yards. Like it's topping and
could,
going
man.
right
I
and
could.
left and it's all over the place. I don't know what that is. If it's just a once, I've never been able to say, you know what, Vic's a bagger because he's not. I mean, if you went out and shot 108, I would genuinely believe that you shot 108. Well, I mean, what's the big deal?
Okay. I'm going to come clean.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to come clean. This is how
Nate, drum roll, please.
this is how you become a sandbagger. I'm going to come clean. I'm a sandbagger. This is how you do it. So you go into work at 1 o'clock in the morning. You do heavy stuff, and then you come out of work, and your back hurts. Your knee hurts. You have trigeminal neuralgia. It ain't no funny shit. Look it up. Look it up.
What did he just say? Look that up.
Look that up.
Try
And read it out.
What is it called?
Trigeminal neuralgia.
I guarantee it's not called that.
I bet you 100%.
Trigeminal
neuralgia.
neuralgia. Look that up, Nate, and tell me how you actually say it. But go ahead. There's no way you pulled that out right now.
Pulled what out?
That phrase. You know that?
I have that.
Trigeminal
Yeah.
neuralgia.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Well, how do you say it, first of
You
all?
want a mic? You want the mic?
Spell it.
Oh, that's,
Trigem.
G-E-M-I-N-A-L.
Trigeminal. I-N-A-L. Okay. Trigeminal.
Neuralgia.
Wow. I'm so proud of you, Vic.
I live with that every day of my life.
I'm so proud of you. So you have trigeminal
Hold on a
neuralgia.
second.
What?
Or
Let me hear. Hold on.
very common in women over the age of 50.
Very common over the age of women over 50. Well, you're 51.
How long have you had this?
So, Bruiser, anything you want to say? Yeah, baby.
Since I
Victor Kardashian.
want to say I've had it since I was young. I just never paid attention.
He's had it
to
since he was young.
I never paid attention to
Never
it, but
paid
I
attention.
started having really bad.
You all right?
Hmm?
Uh-oh. Nate?
I'm here.
He's falling apart here.
Really bad relapse, I guess, and
Relapse.
yeah, it's really bad. A relapse of it because it doesn't happen.
Are you sure it's called a relapse?
Yeah.
Isn't
because
relapse when you're an alcoholic and then you go back to being an alcoholic?
Yeah, so it'll go away.
Oh,
and
this
then it
cures
comes-
the
it'll
trigeminal
it'll go
neuralgia?
away and it comes.
What is
read,
this?
Read the rest of that. Come here. Read the rest of
Be strong.
that. Read the rest of it.
What is this? Barinjagar. Okay, Nate,
Hashtag trigeminal
Vic,
neuralgia.
tell me what you're trying to tell me. And this is how you become a sandbagger by having trigeminal neuralgia. See
No,
what I mean?
so I'm
see
telling
this,
you all
this
my
is
elements.
vortex?
I'm telling you all my elements.
Elements or ailments?
Ailments. Ailments.
So this has severe facial pain.
Oh, severe facial.
Often triggered
Here's our question: How
Hey,
many?
listen.
Wait, how many people do you think that have watched us have jumped out of a window, out of a moving vehicle while we started this? Nate,
Well, you
over
can't-
under 6.
You can't watch this while you're driving.
It's bad.
Okay, so tell me how to be a sandbagger when you have this facial disease.
No.
Oh,
So you have all these
ale,
ailments,
ailments. Yes.
and you're putting in hard days of work, and then the only time you have to, other than with Chop,
Yep.
to go golfing is like on a Friday.
Got it.
So you go after work,
Right.
and you had a hard day, and what are
Right.
you gonna do? Hard days of work. What do you do after hard days of work? Grab a pint or drink, and you just want to hang out. You just want to kind of
Decompress.
decompress.
I understand.
So I'm not shooting my best score,
Okay.
but
Oh.
I'm not playing on a Saturday either.
Oh, I got it.
And,
I know where you were going with
Alan,
this.
Alan's like,
Oh, Alan.
Alan's
Oh,
like,
boy.
oh, he could shoot this, but he's shooting lights out in the tournament.
Speaking of Alan, he knew you were
I
going to be
live
here.
in Alan's head rent free.
He knew you were going to be here today.
He did?
Nate, go get
You
Alan.
bring him out of the fucking.
Go
I
get
was
him.
waiting for that.
I'm just kidding.
I was waiting for that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Hold
like,
on.
okay,
Now
you
listen.
can bring Robbie out. You bring Alan
Listen.
out.
Listen. You tell a good story, but you didn't get to the point. What he's trying to say is the way
I'm
that
gonna edit that. You tell a good story. I'm gonna use that.
the way that he's describing, or what he's describing, is the fact that his scores are higher because he plays rounds of golf that are nonchalant, and he's tired, and he's got trigeminal hermaphroditism or whatever that's called. He's got that disease, and he's relaxed because he's drinking beer, so he's not playing well. So the scores are going to be higher. He records those scores, and then on days,
What am I supposed to do? Not record them?
and then on day, no, you're supposed to record it.
Right.
You're doing everything correctly. And then on days when you play in a civilized manner without the trigeminal, in
Not
full
drinking,
flare,
with
not
the
drinking,
rest.
you play
I
better.
play better.
And those happen to be tournament dates.
Right.
Okay.
So I got Saturday off. Tournament
I
goes
got
on
it.
Sunday.
Listen, I totally understand that, and I could totally see how that's a thing.
But when I played with you, I was just a shit
trigeminal
ball.
was going
no,
hard.
I didn't have it back then. But I was
He didn't
just-
have it back
I-
then. He just said he's had it since he was a
I
kid.
told you there's relapse phases. Can you read the rest of that?
They're called flare-ups.
Flare up. Did you read the part?
I love
where
you, Vic.
it makes
I love you, Vic.
Are
You're
you
the
reading the whole
greatest,
thing?
bro. Trigeminal, bro. Don't worry about it. So that's why
No,
you're
so anyways, when I'm on medication for that, makes me dead tired. Dead tired.
when you're not playing well when you're on medication,
I'm tired,
and then you have high scores. I get it. Okay, hey, that makes sense to me. Now, like you said earlier, since Alan had something to say about you when you were not here, what would you like to say about Alan since he's not
Listen,
here?
one of the first guys I ever met in Tropicana was Alan. I had a lot in common with him. Liked him, and he was in our group chat, right? And he left it. I'm not. He's messaged me on the side. I'm just joking around, this and that. I'm like, cool. Like, there's a ton of people that message me on the side. They talk a lot of shit in the chat, but they'll message me on the side. I love you. I'm not. But I'm not the one that always goes back at people. I just kind of let it go because
You're 51. You don't have time for that.
I don't care.
I understand it.
I don't
Okay,
care.
so
I
you
don't
have
take
nothing to
that.
say to Alan, is what you're
No,
saying.
so
It's coming. Hold on, Nate. It's
what
coming.
I'm saying to Alan is, why does he care about my handicap? What does he care? He's not even in my bracket.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not. Why does he care?
That is true.
And
Ask him that question. Look
Neither
into that.
is Robbie.
Look into
Alan,
the-
why do you care what my handicap is? And you're like, you want me to drop to your bracket, and then I'll be an 18 or 19, and then I'll still kick your ass.
Wow!
Right?
Get him out of here.
I'll
Get him
win
in here. Get him in here.
I'll
Alan.
I'll win a tournament in the middle bracket because I'll be 19. Because it's not. Listen.
Do you
honestly,
think you could win a tournament at 19?
Yep.
So go down to 19.
I'll go to a playoff and then I'm trying. Like
I think everybody would be.
my new putter, it lights out.
I think if you got down to 19, I think people would just be like, "Hey,
I knew he was a 19.
I knew he was a 19."
That's what they'll say. The best One of the best golf rounds I've had was in the Wolfpack Wagers against Jack's team. What was Jack's team's name?
I don't know. Let's talk about the Wolfpack wager. So, before we continue, Vic has a crew. Now,
Stone Killers.
Who started the Wolfpack? Just flat out. Tell me who started. I don't want to know any other backstory.
We were in the chat.
Who started it?
We were in the chat.
Okay, here comes the backstory.
No, we were in the chat. I think it was me, Ed, Dom, and Robbie. And Ed was watching. What's that movie? The Hangover.
Vic, who started the Wolfpack?
I'm telling you, a quick story. Ed was watching The Hangover, and he goes, "We're like the Wolfpack." So that's how it got started.
So Ed started the Wolfpack.
Ed started the name, yeah, for sure.
See that? See how?
That was simple, right?
So
simple.
Robbie takes credit for the Wolfpack.
He does.
Yeah, well, he sat here and said that he started the Wolfpack.
So then we went to Marshall Canyon and we played the format, and it was myself, Dom, Ed, and shout out to Villain, and we created that format.
Okay, so the Wolfpack is a group of members. Right now, it is Victor Fonseca, Ed, Dom, and Robbie.
Love those guys.
Now, Robbie.
Well, Robbie's a little bit tough.
Wow. You know he's going to be screaming at his TV.
Yeah, and the sad thing is as well, me and Robbie have a lot in common. A lot.
Okay. I don't think Robbie dislikes you.
I don't dislike Robbie either.
So what do you mean? Why do you say it like that?
Listen, I saw him last Sunday, and he started talking shit to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
What did he say?
You look like 500 pounds heavier. I said, I know I look fucking 500 pounds heavier.
Okay, so
I won, 17 pounds, lost 17 pounds. I put on 30. I got really sick, so.
You got sick, so you gained weight.
So I got really sick, couldn't go to the gym anymore, and then I got sick again. Whatever's going around, I got sick.
Is it trigeminal neuropathy?
That was. I'm telling you, dude. It's bad. Look it up. I'm gonna send you a podcast of a guy. Just
great. I can't wait to listen.
Watch
to
the
it.
first 2 minutes of the guy. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch the first 2 minutes and you'll get it.
Nate, I'm gonna send it to you. You read it, listen to it, and tell me what it is.
This stuff makes you suicidal. It's bad.
Oh Jesus, bro,
Yeah,
that
it's
bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I better not joke about it. Hey, listen, let's talk about the Wolfpack again.
Hashtag it. You'll get it.
Yeah, hashtag Wolfpack Wagers. So the Wolfpack Wagers is something that Vic created. It's a 4 versus 4. And it's this whole long format. I'm not going to go into it because I don't have an extra hour and a half of all the details. But they created a game. But let me ask you something. It is you know what? I have to give you credit. It is fun. It's a fun, and my team got their ass kicked immediately. But I do think that with some
adjustments,
it could be.
First time doing it.
It could be a great format.
Yeah.
Now, that's coming from somebody who got whooped right away. Like, I do see how this could be fun.
Yeah.
I think there's some tweaks about
for sure.
how the handicaps work.
Yeah.
I think that system is a little flawed, but I think the overall game is fun.
Yeah.
Now, we're down to the finals.
Yep.
And the finals are the Michi crew, which is Micheladas, Antojitos. And
Hector from La Puente.
Yeah, Hector from Las Puente. We have Frankie Micheladas and Dave Palacios, right?
Great guy.
Who's the other person? Cisco? Cisco. And who are they playing?
4 guys.
Okay, tell me who's in 4 guys, because I have no idea.
Is off the top of my head.
It's Angel.
Jake?
Angel?
No. Angel was in GUI.
Oh.
Which would be a great guest on the show.
Oh yeah, I wanted him to interview you.
No, it'd be...
But he said
had good time
I said, Angel, would you like to interview Vic? And he goes, I don't speak Portuguese. I go,
I read that chat when I woke up after my nap.
Are you in that chat?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. I mean, I
it's from
from Battle of California.
Monterey,
I didn't, but you never say anything in there.
No.
Oh.
Because what happens when I say something in there?
It all goes to shit. I love it.
Yeah, everybody starts sending the vortex.
So you did read that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I read it when I woke up.
All right. So anyway, who's in the 4 guys?
So you got
Okay, good answer.
Yeah. Jake.
Yeah. Kastrarian.
Yeah. Pedro.
Oh, Pedro's in there.
Pedro,
Okay.
Rad,
Yes.
and then who's the other guy?
Rad
I
golfer.
can't remember that.
There's somebody else.
Yeah, off the top of my
Is it possibly who would be with Pedro? But Pedro plays with Cisco. Well, anyway, those guys are kind of all like one big group, right? Like,
Yeah, they all hang together. Everybody's great guys. Best team win.
So-
but Michi beat them already one time.
they did.
Yeah.
So
The first round.
they beat them, sent them to the losers bracket.
Yeah.
Then they went undefeated from there.
Yeah.
And now they're playing Michi Crew again. Which if they beat Michi Crew, then they have to
They have
play
to
them
play
again.
again, yeah.
So they have to beat them twice.
Double elimination. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's
So-
your money? You got money on it?
Michi looks good, but Frankie gave me an earful the other fucking day.
Why?
It's like, he was complaining about stuff. I'm like, dude. I brought this to the table just to make
Fun events.
fun events and bring everybody together and bring something different than
Yeah,
just
yeah. The tournament.
regular, golf,
Right. So you're faced with people that are
I
complaining
should
about.
say we brought this to the table.
Well, you brought it, but you're faced with the people complaining or giving feedback about an
No,
event
it's
that you
it's
created.
not feedback. Like you gave me feedback. Hey,
Right.
it's if you do this next time, let's change the
Right.
handicaps and stuff. No, there's people like these guys are been cheating and doing that, and I'm like, listen, I create group chats for every time
Sure.
they move on.
Sure.
And I say, this is a group chat. You guys could do whatever you want outside, but I'm part of it.
Uh-huh.
So you guys can talk in it. If you guys have a problem, bring it to this group
Sure.
chat.
Sure.
And I've always talked to people, how did the match go? And I always hit them up. I only know what I know.
Did you hear that? That was deep. He only knows.
What I know. I only know what I know. I don't know what's going on. I heard GUI, and GUI played
Hey, Vic.
4 guys, and they brought lower handicaps to play the match. Both of them did, and they were supposed to replace 2 high handicaps.
What a travesty, Vic.
GUI should have brought a high handicap; it would have worked in their benefit.
Damn, that sucks, Vic.
You should have matched up with Shelly. You probably would have won.
Yeah. Hey, Vic. Who are you voting for?
For this match,
No, in the presidential election.
anybody but Trump.
Anybody but Trump.
Anybody-
So you're a Trump hater at all costs. So you'd vote for,
You know why? Because
anything.
I like Taylor Swift.
That was pretty funny, Vic.
Oh, thank you.
I got to give you that. So anybody but Trump.
Yeah,
Anybody.
yeah.
Just on principle alone.
No, I watched Camilla.
Kamala.
Camilla. I watched her in her acceptance to
Uh-huh.
her
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I liked what she had
Num,
to
num,
say.
num,
She had a
num,
good
num,
say.
num, num,
And
num.
not to say,
Here we go.
she worked her way up through the ranks,
Yep.
and she's a lawyer.
Mm.
And then you got Trump, who just went to the top. And who are you voting for?
It's none of your business. Vic.
See, I don't care. I
No.
don't care what I say.
Listen, I
I know a lot of people are going to get pissed off and say I'm full of crap, but
I have things that I don't like about each person.
Right.
But I think, listen, the show's about you, Vic.
so you're voting for Kamala. Harris.
No, I'm not voting for
So you're
Kamala.
voting for Trump?
I mean, that's the only other option.
So you're voting for Trump?
I think that in a world where we have so many qualified individuals and so many smart people, the fact that we are pigeonholed to these two people and they are as polar opposite as they can be.
Yeah.
And that irritates me
Right.
because you're forced to make a decision that takes you from either
One extreme to the other?
one extreme or the other.
Yeah.
And it's red or blue and no purple. Like, is there a purple that
Right.
could possibly, like, can we vote for Prince? Like, just purple. Like, it's something in the middle, man,
Yeah.
where it's not communism and it's not this whole thing that's going on this side. Like,
I had text you, right?
mhm.
And then you had put a post about 9/11.
yeah, okay.
And then I got back to you and I said, we're not going to do it with the dictator as at the helm.
Well,
And a lot of bad shit happens, right?
but here's the thing with the whole dictator thing. Listen, we already went down this road. Where was the dictator? Did we live in a dictatorship 4 years ago?
No.
So what the hell is this whole new thing that the guy's going to be a dictator? All of a sudden, he's going to be just it's day one. It's going to be like, hey, guess what? That was the fake Trump. This is the real Trump. Like, where do they get this shit?
He's delusional, so I don't know. Man.
Well, I think the people that believe that he's going to turn into Adolf Hitler are delusional.
I don't see that.
Well, then what the hell's the whole thing about? Like, oh, he's going to turn this whole world. Bro, he already ran this race. This is not something new. I could
Which
see
he
it.
had lost.
What?
He had lost, but he won. You know, do you remember when he lost to Biden? He asked for somebody to bring up 11,000 votes. He asked for
Vic, the thing that we're talking about is the fact that people truly believe that on day one, we're going to turn into Russia or Cuba
No.
or not even Cuba, but like North Korea, right? But we've already been down this road. This has already happened.
Yeah.
So what in the hell? And this is what I find hard to believe. And I don't want to make this super political.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. 6 years ago, we already lived under Trump. And currently, we are living under, quote unquote, Biden Harris. So she's already in power of something, but she's promising all this cool stuff that she's going to do for the world. Why haven't you done it? Why
Well,
is it going to take a presidential nomination for you to decide to go to work? Where have you been?
Well, her boss is Biden. She's
Where have you been? Where have you been? Why now? Why are you deciding that now, if I become president, I'm going to change the world? Where have you been?
Do you like what she said? She might change.
Everybody likes what she said.
Okay.
Because it's all positivity and all great. But why haven't you done it? You are in the position to do it. There is one person higher than you, supposedly, in doing this. Where have you been for the 3.5 years? What have you been doing?
Maybe she tried or suggested it. And
You really believe that? You really believe that Biden has shut her down from doing it? I think Biden has shut her down from doing radical shit.
I honestly think, this is getting into a deeper conversation, that presidents are just puppets.
I totally believe that.
Yeah, they're
I
just-
totally believe that. I totally believe that. But I don't think. I think. No, listen.
If you had Gavin here, you'd.
Listen. I think here's the story. I think politicians are puppets. I do not believe that Trump is a politician per se. I think that if you gave Trump $200 million to say some certain things, he would say it and do it because it's money first and he's a businessman. But
Who's been bankrupt? What? How many times?
businesses have been bankrupt. And he's taken advantage of the situation of the system. Anyway, the long story of it is, what I don't understand, it's one of my employees telling me, listen, if you make me manager, I'm going to make this place amazing. But you are a manager and it sucks. So what are you talking about? And then somebody else telling you, hey, listen, that guy, if you make him manager, he's going to take your job because he's crazy. But yet he was the manager before you were the manager and he did a good job. So what the hell? What's the confusion? Vic, your thoughts?
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's
I'm
go.
like, how did we get on politics?
Well,
I'm like,
I want to
listen,
hear.
couple things you don't talk about: religion, politics, and race.
Why?
Because it goes nowhere.
Fine. Fine.
Like we were talking about earlier, I'm.
But your conversations go nowhere either. You're just spinning around in a vortex.
Yeah, but it's because I don't give a shit. I'm just like whatever. I don't care. You know. You know who understands me? Like deep. We've had pretty good conversations, me and Ed.
Ed understands you.
Yeah.
So next time you come in, I got to bring in.
Even though he goes in the chat and he starts putting shit in
Yeah.
there. No.
So you're telling me that Ed needs to be your translator per se? He understands what you're trying to say.
No,
Nate, can you call Ed to figure out what the hell
like
Vic's
you're
talking about?
the serious Vic. Like me and him will have
Oh, you have serious conversations with
Yeah,
Ed?
you're talking about the serious.
Oh, can you
serious-
pretend that I'm Ed and let's have a serious conversation? Or
I
is
don't know.
that
We talk about family, kids, money.
money?
Yeah.
What do you talk about money? Like what?
Say, fuck money, bro. We're going to die in 10 years.
Really? That's the conversations you have? Wow.
No. We don't. No.
What do you
that
talk
was
about?
the
You just said we talk about money. What do you talk about money?
No, we talk about financial, like who pays for what, stuff that normally I wouldn't talk to other Tropicana guys.
So you have
about,
a more intimate conversation
Right,
with Ed.
right.
Ed is your confidant
over some beer. And stuff.
over some beer, but you don't drink beer
open
anymore. So now you don't talk.
Well, I'm drinking.
Let me
I just
tell.
drank two.
Let's
right
talk
now.
about something that you know
great beer
about,
right here,
because
bro.
what you said earlier really hit home with
ABV on
me.
this.
When you said the phrase "I only know what I know," I felt that.
Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you, what is your favorite beer?
My favorite beer is Pliny.
Say it into the microphone.
Pliny.
Why do you look at him?
Because he knows.
So
He knows
what?
beer.
So do all those other people. Why don't you look over there and say Pliny? Pliny beer is your favorite.
Yeah.
What kind of beer is that? Who makes Pliny? Who knows? Beer company.
Same right here, right?
Same right here.
Russian River, right? Yeah.
What is it?
Russian River.
Russian River Brewing Company. So is this like some kind of like beer that nobody can get?
No, yeah. It's
Very hard to
Pliny's
get.
hard to
So I
get,
can't
yeah.
go online and buy this?
Maybe directly from them.
Really?
You know what else is a
Can
good
you sell
beer?
it on eBay?
Is Phantom Bride. You like that? Phantom Bride from
Phantom
Deftones?
Bride. Wait, can
a
you
great
sell
beer.
beer on eBay?
Belgian Beaver.
Does
Belching
anybody know?
Beaver.
No.
You cannot
Phantom
sell beer.
Bride,
Closed
Belching
beer
Beaver.
like as a
No, sometimes people will sell empties.
empties, not full though.
Have you ever had a Belching Bride from Belching Bride? Phantom Bride from Belching Beaver?
No, I have not.
Such a good beer.
A belching beaver sounds absolutely disgusting. You know what that
brewery.
means?
Great brewery. Fantastic brewery.
Queef.
Tell them about Phantom Bread.
No, don't tell me. All right, go ahead.
I'll tell
me.
you about Phantom Bride.
Oh,
So me
Here
and
we
my
go.
wife.
Put the microphone closer.
Me and my wife used to go to jump on the gold line, Pasadena, hit Slater's 50-50.
Uh-huh.
Fucking thing went out of business.
Slater 50-50?
Yeah.
That's hamburgers, right?
Yeah, hamburgers. They had a vampire dip, but they had a great beer selection there.
Do you think they went out of business because you went there?
Probably.
But you
We'd
were.
go there and no, dude, we'd go there.
Wait, hold on.
We would watch Dodger playoff games from start to finish.
Let's talk about something and your good luck. I think this is a big thing because you're always bragging about it.
Yeah.
There is a known thing, known in the world of Tropicana, that if you play in a tournament and Vic is in your group,
That's not how it works.
or the group behind you, or the group in front of you, or if Vic is there, or if you've seen Vic in your life, you're going to win. And if you win, Vic will find a way.
Vic in your life.
Vic will find a way to tie your victory
No.
to him.
No. If you've played with me, you're gonna win a tournament.
That's a spot right there. Take a break.
Take a break. Are we still filming?
No, I never hit record. Vic.
If you played with me, I honestly think that a lot of guys say, if this motherfucker won, I could win too. And they kind of play their best game. They're more comfortable, And if they didn't win with me in a tournament, Hector from La Puente's won twice with me
Yep.
in a tournament.
Uh-huh.
You have, I can name people down, but if you played with me and you've talked to me and you rode with me, you've probably ended up winning a tournament. What?
You've played with me, talked with me.
Talk to me during the tournament,
Oh,
riding with me.
Oh.
If you played with me in general,
yes. Ever.
then you've won.
Oh.
You've won. Name
best
anybody-
part- the
I have
best
a laundry list of people. Name anybody else in Tropicana.
Yeah.
Greatest club in Southern California.
You want me to name you a list?
Good.
Ed,
It's one.
Dom.
It's number one.
That's what I'm saying. You play with them all the time. The guy's never
No,
won. Neither has Dom. Those are the guys you play with all the time.
Wait a second. Before Carrie, I played with Carrie. Before I met Ed and Dom,
Yes.
I used to play with
Random.
random people.
Okay.
The way you used to set up tournaments
Yes.
is that you used to pair people.
Random, yeah.
And put
Yes.
which I loved.
Okay.
That was great.
Okay.
Now it's different, but everybody that played with me, like say I played with them in a tournament, the next tournament they won, or they won the tournament that we played in.
Did you hear that?
Hashtag
Did you hear that?
win with Vic.
Nate?
God damn it!
The quote was, if I played with somebody in this tournament, the next tournament they won.
No, win with Vic. If you played with Vic, you won. I've had. Let's see. You got Slim. You got King. You got Carey. You got.
But
Bruce.
you're talking if you just played with them in general, or do they have to play with you in the tournament?
No, like if you played with me.
What a gentleman.
Listen, I talked to them about. I'm sorry. I've talked to them about how I take a tournament. All right. One of the big things is a lot of guys get all happy they got out on Sunday to play a tournament. They get
Wasted.
Okay. Count those guys out.
Oh,
So then when you send out the tee sheet, you look at like who's in your bracket.
got it.
This guy's in my bracket. He gets wasted sometimes. He doesn't get wasted. You worry about this guy. You don't worry about that guy. This is conversations I've had with guys.
Okay.
They've used that math and they won.
So you're doing a little analysis.
Yeah.
You have to
look
study the competition. Yeah. Have you ever done anything to make sure that your odds are a little bit better by, I don't know, buying somebody a stiff drink, flattening a tire, picking up a ball,
listen,
throwing it in
when
the woods?
we played, I'm very generous. You
Yes.
know that. Right?
Yeah.
You know
You're
that.
very
Alhambra-
generous?
Alhambra on my birthday, I bought everybody beer.
Oh, I thought you were very cheap.
Cheap?
Oh, I thought you were cheap.
How am
anyway,
I cheap?
Well, I don't know.
I'm
You're
not
always
tight with my money at all.
really. You're always looking for a discount, aren't you?
Well, yeah. Isn't everybody? Are you looking for a discount? I always, I always.
Did you hear that sentence, Nate?
I hear it all the time.
I'm very generous with my money. Aren't you always looking for a discount? Yeah, I'm always looking for a discount.
Listen,
is generous?
He's very generous.
Could have fooled me.
I try to.
I thought you were one of the cheapest people on the planet.
No, every time I've played a tournament, I
Yes.
bought if I'm drinking, or even if I buy a Gatorade, what do you want? I got you. I buy people drinks.
Okay.
If I am just playing Friday or Saturday, what do you want? I got you.
Oh.
I've always.
I've also heard that-
because that's who I am. I don't.
But I've also heard that you do that and then you kind of rub it in their face and you go, "Hey, remember when I bought you that drink?"
No. That's not me. No, that's not me at all. No way.
Because I feel like you just did it right now.
No.
When at my birthday, I bought everybody a drink. Like, did you hear that? That was curly.
I was telling you. I was telling you about my generosity. Like, I could tell you exactly. Hunter was sitting at the table. Hey, Vic, you can buy beer? I got you guys. It's my birthday. I got you guys. I bought 3 pitchers of beer. Me and Propes went in the bar, carried it out, and got
You bought
everybody
it.
beer.
Good. Well,
I'm
happy
like, let's
birthday
celebrate
to you.
my birthday.
I appreciate it. I think I had one of those beers.
Yeah.
Listen, let's talk about what's happening this weekend because we got to wrap it up. People are getting off of work. It's Saturday, so
Who's playing with me this weekend? I think I got Sunday. Right?
I don't know. You put it on, so I mean, you put on.
I got Stylish.
Okay, I don't know. I really don't
I
know.
like that guy. Cool guy. Everybody's kind of like about the puppet, but
I love
like-
the puppet.
I love the puppet. I got Stylish. I got
Everybody wishes they had a puppet.
Yeah,
I wish I had a puppet.
yeah. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna ask him where he got it.
Just get a
I did
penguin.
ask him. I can get a. I do have one.
You should get a penguin with your
I
face
have a
on it.
penguin head cover that my wife bought me. She bought into the shit too. I have a great wife. She's great. She's super nice. She understands all this stuff.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Okay, so who else? Stylish and
Stylish. Big Dick Dave jumped in.
and this is a walking tournament. You know that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I know. So.
Oh boy, you have to
It's gonna
walk.
be rough for
Yeah.
me. I got a fucked up knee. Bad back. I go to the chiropractor once a week. That's how bad my back is. And especially before tournaments, I go. I was supposed to play with Stylish Saturday. I'm like, dude, I got to play Sunday. I can't do it.
Well, luckily it's super flat and it's only 2,000
That's
yards.
rough. It gets rough for me.
It does not.
Listen.
Well, let me
after
tell
that
you
tournament,
something.
when we have a playoff, I got to go to work that night.
Don't bring all your clubs.
Yeah.
Bring just the ones that you need.
Yeah.
A little bag, couple
I don't
sleeves
have
of
one of
balls,
those.
Do you have one of those
sleeves.
push
I only need
carts?
one ball, goddamn.
Wow, look at you. Are you going to bring us? Are you going to bring
I have
a
a push
cart?
cart. Yeah, I have a push cart.
Then what are you complaining about? It's
God,
easy.
hard on your back pushing.
Bro, you lift milk all day long.
I know it's hard.
And you're
It's
complaining about walking
hard. So I
1,800
deliver
yards?
like 32 pounds of 32-pound buckets of yogurt, pouch,
Pouch.
like milk comes in a pouch.
Oh.
Deliver that. Those are probably 50 pounds, and then you go 7 high, 6, 7 high, 3 per case, so it's 150 per case.
Nate, do you have any questions about how milk is delivered?
Are you ready to switch to driftwood? Did you have driftwood before?
Yeah.
Hey, Vic,
You didn't like
what's something in life that just grinds your gears?
What do you mean by grind your gears?
Just something you absolutely hate. Is there anything?
Haters?
You hate haters.
Yeah, because I'm very supportive of. I'm very supportive of people. What? Why are you laughing?
That's a great answer. He hates haters.
I hate haters. Like, why waste your time on?
Why waste your time hating them?
Right. Like, just
Right.
why waste your time hating? Just
No, you're right.
Support people. Just like I'm very supportive of you. Very supportive.
Oh,
of
I
you.
appreciate it.
Like I always usually it's when I'm drunk, I'll send you like, hey, you should do this, or hey, let's do this. Or for my birthday, I was thinking of my 50th. I was thinking, hey, dude, I want to hire you for my birthday. You want to come down? You're like, nah.
You ever seen that guy on the
90s?
internet?
What's your band called? 90s?
You ever seen that guy
90s? What's your 90s?
in
What's your
Vietnam
band?
where he's doing this in the interview and he's doing Morse code for "Help Me"? He's doing the interview. That's what
I saw the
I just don't know how
Vietnam
to
movie.
do that.
I mean, love you long
Help.
time.
No, you are supportive, Vic, and I do think you're great, and we're busting balls, and I think that you're that guy. You know, you're just that guy. You're Vic. There's nobody else like Vic. There's only one Vic Fonseca. And the best part is you're not trying to be anybody. You're not trying to be this Fonseca. Like, that's just you.
Yeah.
And for that, I applaud you, and I appreciate it. You're a day
But
one guy.
You could
Oh,
tolerate me for so long.
Here we go.
Wait, you could tolerate me for so long.
Giving the guy a good speech.
All right,
and
wait.
he jumps in with his bullshit.
Hold back. It's a rewind. I'm sorry.
You want to take it out, or I mean,
Well, I've
sounds
been
like you
drinking
have.
a couple
Oh, he's
of
been
beers.
drinking. Here we go.
To work.
Is there anything else
I
that
mean,
you?
it's Saturday.
Jesus. Every time I try, what's going on here?
Listen.
I'm listening.
When I first came to Jimmy, I said, I'm interested in your club. It's before you had 100 members.
Okay.
And then I said, when do you guys play? And you said Sundays. I'm like, man, Sundays are going to be rough. And then you sent me a link to another golf club. And I said, you know what? What? That's true.
I sent you a link to who?
To
Anyway,
they
keep
play on
going.
Saturdays. Who
Go.
You said
Go.
these guys
Go.
usually play on
Go.
Saturday. I'm
Go.
talking.
Go.
You said these guys usually play on Saturday. I said, you know what? I'm gonna try you out. And then you said, great. Come and check us out. We're having a small get together at Marshall Canyon, right?
Right.
You put me with King
Yeah.
and his dad, and then there was Rudy. These fucking guys kill the ball.
Yeah.
Like 300-yard drives plus.
Yep.
I go out there and I'm taught fucking the. You see the video that I did with the Australian breakdancer and you shared it?
Yes.
I'm doing that.
Oh.
And I'm like, fuck, I wanted to walk off the course, but I
Yes.
couldn't, So these guys are killing the ball. King was pretty cool. And I had talking to his dad and everything was cool. And then you had tacos here after.
Yes.
And
I
I'm
did.
like, I ain't going to that.
tacos and pupusas.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to that.
I remember
It was
that.
such an embarrassing day. I was like, what am I doing here? And I had barely just got back into golf at that time. And I'm like, what am I doing here? I don't want to be part of it. And then I let a week go by and I'm like, I'm going to join the club. I joined the club and haven't looked back since. I've had great time, great club. And I've had really bad games and I've had really good games. Like 82, 88, and 89 are my best scores ever. But if you want to be a sandbagger, hit me up. I'll tell you how to do it.
Wow. Okay, listen. Let's go out with that because that's a soundbite right there. Vic, I do think you're great. I think, like I said, you're authentic. You're not trying to be anybody. And for that, I truly appreciate it because people are trying to be everybody that they're not. You are who you are. You're genuinely Vic Fonseca, and there's no other Vic Fonseca. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being in the club. I appreciate everything that you bring to it comedically. And, you know, good luck with your transgeneral, whatever that is.
Don't live.
I don't know
so
what it's
serious.
called.
Don't be so serious in life.
Don't be so. That's your takeaway from life.
That's my takeaway. Don't be so
serious.
Yeah.
Be a Vic.
I spent my whole life up to this point.
Up to today.
No, up to like up till I don't know.
About 3 hours ago.
No, 2000. I don't know. I just don't.
2000.
Stop being serious.
Like as soon as you got married.
Like it's stressful.
Yes.
There's too much shit going on. You're like fuck. So, like.
Yes.
My kids.
Yes.
You're growing up.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to cuss in front of them.
Right.
That's not me.
Oh.
So you're raising your kids. You're like, don't cuss in front of the kids.
Right.
Don't you? Now I'm like,
now you cuss in front of your kids.
I told my kids, there's no fucking Santa Claus. I'm
Wow.
Santa Claus. You know?
Wow.
I told them when they were like
40.
10 or 12 or something. But, you know, it's just, don't be serious.
Yeah. Tell your kids there's no Santa Claus. Is what
When they're in junior high.
when they're in junior high.
Come on.
Yeah, because you're cheap. You didn't want to keep paying the gifts.
I buy the fucking gifts. I'm like,
I know.
I'm Santa Claus.
I know you're cheap. You don't want. You want to tell, hey, no more Santa Claus. Yeah, you save some money.
That's not cheap. That's like, stop living in a fantasy. Like, live your fantasy. Or your, whatever the...
Stop living in a fantasy.
Don't
Live your fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Vic Fonseca. Vic, thank you, Frankie Micheladas. Thank you, Nate from DIMAS Liquor.
These are good.
Bringing the...
You know
Vic,
what?
can you just shut up for a second, bro?
Let's get the gummies.
God damn, man.
Frankie, bring the gummies.
Wow.
Those are good. The gummies, mango gummies, the worms. Those are good.
Take them out, Vic.
Thank you for joining Tropicana. What is it called? Tropicana Talks or something? Thank you. Peace out, baby.